This is Middle School Broadcasting with Journey
and Mariah. Today we'll be talking about the overview for Term 2.
This broadcasting will cover the writing and maths focus for Term 2 and a rundown of Samoan Culture and Heritage Week.
Reminders about where different types of rubbish go from our sustainability students. And finally we'll go over our school expectations with Mr. Hussein.
Now we'll go over to Ms. George, who will give us some insight about the focus for writing and reading this term.
What topic will we be focusing on writing this term?
For writing this term, we are looking at explanation writing. So what that means is that students will be looking at how or why something happens.
What should we be able to do or write at the end of this term?
Because we are doing Samoan myths and legends this term, the things that you should be able to do is, for example, look at the way that Samoans cook certain types of foods. For example, the umu. Why do we cook using an umu? And it's something traditional that not only Samoans but all Pacifica cultures do. And we're pretty much breaking it down into steps, like what happens from the start, in the middle, and to finish it off. The same goes for dancing. Why Samoans have certain actions. Okay, why do they do that, and how are those actions combined together to make a dance number?
What topic will we focus on this term, and could you give us some examples of this type of writing?
So this term, our overall topic is Samoan myths and legends. Our writing genre is explanation writing. What that means is that what you will be learning this term is how to explain how or why something happens. For example, if I'm looking at the process of how to cook a certain type of dish, I'm explaining how we cook that dish and why we do things a certain way.
Do you have any tips for the students to help them get the most out of this topic?
Because we're doing explanation writing, my biggest tip for everyone is to actually go through the process or actually experience the things that you are writing about, because it makes the writing easier for you.
Thank you very much, Mariah and Ms. George. I look forward to hearing you guys' explanation pieces at the end of this term. Now, Mariah will interview Mr. Swami about the focus for maths this term.
What will be the focus for maths this term?
This term we are focusing on multiplicative thinking. However, for the first 5 weeks, we will stay on additive thinking. That's just to complete the work from term 1. Which hasn't been completed yet, or in other words, I should say that gives us time to actually strengthen our learning on additive thinking from term 1.
Are there any tips we can give to students about this topic this time?
Well, the most important thing students need to do for this term's topic is to learn their multiplication table, and basically I would say learn the multiplicative facts. So, and to do that, it's important that they learn their multiplication table as well. So I can't stress enough how important it is for the students to know their multiplication tables and multiplication facts.
What should we be able to do at the end of this term?
Well, by the end of this term, the students should be able to use different additive thinking strategies to solve addition and subtraction questions, and children should be very well versed with multiplicative facts, and they should be able to use different multiplicative strategies to solve questions in their class, and then take those strategies out with you guys and use it in your daily life.
Thank you, Mr. Swami, for answering our questions and providing a challenging maths equations for students to solve.
Next we have Journey and Mr. Musul discussing what we have to cover in Samoan language week.
Can you give us a brief overview of your Samoan heritage?
Yes. So my father is from a village called Solosolo, and in English, Solosolo means handkerchief. They have a special song that they sing, which is especially about the village. In Samoa, Solosolo is the only village that also has black sand. And they're also known, and I hate to say this, but they're also known for eating their pets. Our Samoan heritage is very rich in culture, rich in language, music, our myths and legends, and especially the food. We have a deep connection to our spirituality, and also we have a very deep human connection to our families, our friends, our churches, and everybody else around us.
What will we be covering during Samoan Language Week?
Oh, I'm so excited for Samoan Language Week. We're going to take it up a notch this year. So we're introducing Samoan history, a lot about the Samoan myths and legends. Each pod is going to be, they have been assigned something to look into. So we've got Yellow Pod doing drama, myths and legends. Purple pod doing music, green pod food. There's going to be lots going on. You're not going to go hungry. You're going to be dancing, eating, laughing. We're going to have art with Manu, so you will not be bored.
Can you share some common Samoan phrases for students to learn?
Yes, growing up, a common phrase used by my parents is Wha Samoa, and Wha Samoa means the Samoan way. So by saying that, they mean that we live, everything we do, we eat, we breathe, we sleep, how we sit, how we present ourselves to people is done in the Wha Samoa way, which is the Samoan way, which is in a respectful way, a kind way, a humble way, and just a very giving way.
Thank you, Journey and Mr. Musul, for that exciting description of what we have to look forward to for the Samoan Language Week here in the middle school.
Next, we'll cut to our interview with a few of the sustainability students to discuss rubbish collection reminders. Can you explain the different types of rubbish found in middle school and where each type goes?
There is plastic, cardboard, and food scraps. You put your food scraps in the bokashi bins, it's next to the green bins, and you put your plastic in the green bins. And your lunch containers that you get, you put it in the big gorilla bins.
What do you think the biggest rubbish collection problem the middle school faces?
I think it's the food scraps, because people are putting it in the green bins instead of the bokashi.
How can we do better?
We can do better by putting your rubbish in the correct bins and being a tidy kiwi.
Thank you, Walu and Darian, for your answers. I'm sure the middle school will endeavour to do better and make your jobs easier. Lastly, we'll go to our interview with Mr. Hussein and Journey.
Can you remind us about our school expectations?
Thank you, Jenny, and Kia ora Middle School. Welcome back everyone for Team 2. It's a quick reminder of our expectations for this team. First thing I would like to talk about is coming to school early in the morning. Remember, the school starts at 8:50, so 10 to 9, I would expect to see every student in our classroom. The second thing is that our bell time. Make sure when you hear the handbell, I would like to see everyone moving into the classrooms quickly, okay? So these are a couple of things we need to work on. Our third is about our school uniform. I know we are going to the cold weather now, and you are not allowed to wear any incorrect jumpers and jerseys. So if you have the school jerseys, make sure you start wearing them to school, okay? In the afternoon, when we are going home, make sure we are all lining up outside our classrooms, and when the bell rings, we all walk quietly out to the gate.
Are there any other reminders you have for students about attitude and behaviour?
Remember, we need to bring our best attitude to school every morning. When you have good attitude, that helps in your learning, and we want to just build on from the way we have been doing things last year. make sure we're working hard in our classrooms and showing our middle school manner all the time. In terms of our behavior, yes, there's some areas we can improve on, especially the way we play during our break times. So be careful the way you guys are out there and people you're playing with. Make good decisions and good choices. Remember, middle school manner all day, every day.
That's all for this week's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. We look forward to showcasing more of everyday life for students here in the middle school.